with Master Eric. See the world with a different lens to discover the immense potential within yourself. The time to take charge of your destiny is now. Join Master Eric and Pundit Maharaj for the Untold Truth, Sundays at 5 p.m. on Sankhya TV. Are you ready to begin your journey to spiritual freedom? Find the pathways that are predestined for you with Master Eric. See the world with a different lens to discover the immense potential within yourself. The time to take charge of your destiny is now. Join Master Eric and Pundit Maharaj for the Untold Truth, Sundays at 5 p.m. on Sankhya TV. Are you ready to begin your journey to spiritual freedom? Sitaram, Assalamu alaikum, Sairam, and good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Untold Truth. I'm Master Eric, and this is Pundit Parasuram Maharaj. Welcome, Pundit.
Thank you.
So, this is part 2 of demons, possessions, and negativity. Pundit, it feels nice to be back again on Sankhya TV.
Well, thank you. Same on my side.
We want to thank Sankhya TV for allowing us to have the show.
Because the people have been asking all the time.
They're asking all the time.
Yes.
So we decided to come back. Yeah. But Pundit, let's go straight into the program. Again, this week alone, we've had 3 families that has come in about having negativity in their homes and what is happening, especially to the women of the homes. So 2 of the families, when we did the interview, I asked them, so what have you done thus far to try to pacify or get rid of the negativity?
Yeah.
And they stated that both of them, pundits came and did a puja.
Okay.
So I know what we've said on TV, but I've got some questions for you on this.
Okay.
Right? First of all, are spiritual leaders, I can answer for some, you'll have to answer for some. Are pundits in your case?
Yeah.
Are you taught to the process and the ways to get rid of negativity, or what prayers should be done to get rid of negativity?
Well, to get rid of negativity, we were never taught of anything in particular to do. But what I do know from the reading that we have done is that, and I did mention in the last show about the situation where my Nani's mother, that is my great-grandmother, she had an experience where somebody came and was asking for some water. And it was in the middle of the night. And she saw this figure, a huge figure from the floor to the roof. And she started to chant the Hanuman Chalisa. And it just vanished after a little while. So that was one of the things that I know, that I read about, that the Hanuman Chalisa has that kind of power in it. But if there are impurities, that is a different case. And impurities first has to be removed. And there must be the process for removing the impurities. But about the manner in which a detail is to be done, we were never thought of that.
Okay, so I want to go over some things.
Yes.
Right? So, in order to extract, get rid of, or destroy, right? First, you have to learn how do you detect, like, through energy?
Yeah.
I know a lot of people, though, in the basics, once they enter a place, they get that feeling.
Negative feeling, yes.
Like there's something not right.
Yeah.
And it's best just to stay away. But I want to go on record today to state that over 33 years, we have learned over 200 different types.
Okay.
Now, how you decipher between one and the other. One, process of elimination. Two, identifying what type of spirit, demon, or soul it is. So let me give you an example. Let's go with souls. Let's say we had a soul that did not depart for numerous reasons, which we went over in other shows.
Yes.
Right? And it's a wandering soul now.
Yeah.
And it's took up residence within the homestead.
Okay.
Okay? Now, do you know the energy of a male soul because of the astral body?
Okay.
The soul has one type of energy.
All right.
But the astral is what tells you from the soul whether it's a male or female, or whether it's a child.
Okay.
Okay? So these are different frequencies of energy. This is where training comes in. Okay? So if you had two souls, then you automatically know it's not demonic. You know, okay, this is a soul. Now when you tap in a little further, you're going to say, okay, now it's a female or male. Now when you take the advanced training, like, I'll give you an example. There was a judge here in Trinidad. I can't name their name. It's not professional.
Yeah.
They asked me to check their home. So when I checked the home, Pundit, the outside, clear. I'm walking through the house, clear. No demonic, no spirits. But when I went to this certain room in the house, when I got to the doorway, I said, whoa. And the person said, what? And I said, there's an older woman standing right here. She's about 78 to 82 years old. Long gray hair, just an inch below the shoulder. And she's wearing like a sundress, but it's a green, whitish sundress.
Okay.
Right? Now, what I'm seeing, Pundit, one, I felt. Two, I saw the astral form. Okay. So this is the projection of her, right? The person said, that's my mother. And that was the dress that she died in.
Okay.
So what I'm saying, most of the time when a person passes, and when the soul leaves, which we went through other shows, the process of the departure of the soul, right? Then during the time of the Bandara and all this, the astral form is being developed.
Yeah.
Right? Now, they will take on the astral form, normally, there are rare occasions where they don't, but they will take the clothing that they were wearing in the projection of the astral form.
Okay.
Now, once they go through the process and they go into the Valley of the Dead, and the Garuda Puran, Maha Garuda Puran also indicates that. There's a process that the soul and the astral form goes through. And that's where the sheaths
Yeah.
are being taken off.
Yeah.
And then 2, energies are hitting that astral form from different type of directions to center and help purify the soul. So once it goes through the valley of the dead, now it starts to enter a spiritual body,
Yeah.
the spiritual soul from the astral.
Yeah.
Okay? So this is why it was easy to detect. It was female, 1, but no demonic beings or spirits in the house. So that was a good thing. So that meant that lady, on her own accord, stayed back and not go on her journey. Okay? Do you have anything to ask?
So that would mean she had some form of attachment that she wanted to be there and not to go liberated when the rituals were being done.
Right. Remember, and I don't think a lot of people know, that even when the soul departs, you have freedom of choice.
Yeah.
So let's say that mother saw, because when the soul leaves the body, it starts to develop semi-divine sight. So that means it could see many places at one time,
Yeah.
right? Plus it has insight that we would not have
Okay. Yeah.
being in the physical body.
Yes.
So now, maybe that mother saw something that was going to come up that she thought it was important to stay back and maybe help guide through signs or something, or try to help prevent something that was going to happen to her family.
Okay.
There are many scenarios
Yes.
that could be, and we can sit here all day and guess. But what I'm trying to get at is that person could not believe the description, right? Now, let's do another scenario. The families that came this week,
Yeah.
right? And they said a pundit come to do puja. Isn't it? We've already stated the rules. The rules are you do not do prayers and you do not do Hawan. You could do the simple Diya and flower and jap,
Yeah.
but do not give the offerings because the divine is not receiving it.
Yeah. Because the negative energy that is there to absorb it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, so now, in essence, you are feeding the negative
Yes.
and giving more energy.
Yes. So it gets more strength.
Correct. So I want people to understand that. This is exactly what we're trying to say. Now, if a religious leader, and I'm not going to pick on just pundits, it's preachers, imams, pundits, and whoever, Baptists, bishops, if you're going to a place to do puja and you feel, hey, something's not right here, okay, shouldn't they, if they were professional,
Question the situation.
question it and say, I don't think we should do puja here until the place is clean. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't see that happening. And according to the people that's coming, it's not happening. So is it maybe, I'm trying to do hypotheticals here,
Yes.
they don't feel the negative?
But probably that is one of the things that they may not feel the negative, or they don't know about how to handle a situation of that kind. And if somebody doesn't know how to handle a situation of a particular kind, it is like you're going blindly into something without knowing what to do. So you cause more chaos, more problems. But if you are able to sense it, and you could be able to speak to the people and communicate and know the situation, you'll perhaps be able to find a solution. If you don't know yourself, maybe you could communicate with somebody else who might be a little more educated or much more educated than yourself. And you could be able to get a solution, but that does not be the case. It's always like somebody wants to show, I know more than the other. And your consultation is something that you don't really find happening all the time.
So is it that ego and pride
I would look at it as that
is getting in the way?
Yes, getting in the way.
So if that's the case, is that a good quality of a spiritual leader?
No, it's not supposed
You're
to be.
hurting.
Yes, and causing more trouble for yourself,
Correct.
as well as for others too.
So now you understand quite a bit now, but not fully, because I got to take you out in the field. But there's a process. Now, before I go into the process, Pundit, can you name the puja? Or maybe try to guess, what prayers would a pundit do with their knowledge to try to get rid of the negativity?
But there are two particular puja I know they would want to go to do. One is with Hanuman, and the next one is to Devi Ma. But if you don't know how to handle your situation right, how could you call Ma in a place that is not fit? That is my question to it. That the place is not fit. You're sensing a negativity. You don't know what the negativity is.
Or what type.
Yes, and you didn't question the people to find out anything about it, but you just go boldly and you do as though you are an expert. You are actually putting yourself in the trouble as well as the people who you're doing it for.
Correct. So let's take a step back. So shouldn't it be a standard practice for the basics, for the basics, that when a person comes and schedule a puja, okay, they'll come for the date, and you give them the date, shouldn't it be custom that 2 weeks before the puja is to commence, that it should be a standard practice that the pundit goes and checks the premises? That way, if he was taught, got some knowledge, like in the military, you got frontline defense, middle, and extreme,
Okay.
right? He could be the front line out there and say, okay, this don't feel quite right. We need to combine with other people, find out what we need to do before we commence the puja. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Instead of waiting for the day of the puja, and then they already got the Beatty and everything pretty well set up with the nal and everything,
Yeah.
and they're cooking the food, and then you feel it, but then you're thinking, oh boy, they've already done all this. I need to go ahead with the puja. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. But generally, that is what happens. That you don't really go, but you have a discussion before you put the date with the family. Most of the time, that if you're going there for the first time, you will talk to them and find out about the situation with the family, the communication, and if they had any recent death or anything like that. You try to do that once it is a new person. If it is somebody that you already know and you understand, sometimes they just come and say, the child going to write an exam and we want to do a puja for the child. Could you do it by you, or can we be able to do it by our home? Some people prefer by their house.
Correct.
So you, knowing the family, you'll do it. So that's how it ends up happening most of the time.
So, again, I'm going to invite,
Yes.
or we are going to invite, all spiritual leaders of all faiths. We could have a private class just for spiritual leaders, so the public don't know who's coming and whatever, to start to learn about the negative energies and what type.
That is, I think, it's a very important thing for all our leaders, regardless of where they are, that to know how to sense the energy and what category they should be placed in, and what is the way in which to deal with the situation.
Right. They would also be taught, Pundit, how to handle the light ones.
Okay.
The normal.
Yeah.
Right? And then when it comes up to the heavier categories, then, just like I did with some of the Catholics, I get with the priest. We work together.
Yeah.
We work together.
Yeah.
And get it done.
Yeah, because it should be as a theme.
Correct.
Working to bring about solutions and not to create more problems.
So now let's go back a little bit again. We talked about sensing before you do puja, postponing the puja if you sense it. So you're going 2 weeks before, right? Now, let's say they didn't do the 2 weeks before. And they go there, like we just said, he sees everything set up, he feels the energy, but he's sitting there saying, I can't postpone. They've already put all this out, they've cooked, they've done X. Now, what happens, Pundit? When you invite people to your prayers to partake in the food, and the food was cooked with negativity on that property, should you eat it?
No, it should not be eaten. Because the thing
Correct.
is, what will happen, you are going to take part of that negativity too. You'll get sick by partaking of that kind of food. Your body will not be able to handle it.
So this is what I'm trying to get out to the public today, right? Take precautions. Now, the other downside of proceeding, besides eating the food, if the negative is going to receive and take what you've offered, isn't that a waste of money?
Yeah,
and time?
Yeah,
and fasting?
It will weaken you too as an individual.
Right. The only benefit, my guru always told me, if you do puja or an offering, he said, but let people know they should not if there's a negative there. But if they do, God still sees you doing it.
Yes.
He can't receive it, but you get some merit for doing it. But the merit is minute, because that spiritual leader should have done his job and say, no, let's hold on, let's clean first, make sure the place is good, and then move forward. All right? So everybody, I don't want to bore you because we talked lightly on it last time, but we're getting in a little more today. Why? this is to benefit you. It's to benefit you. The prayers is an intimate time between you and God, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and then isn't the responsibility, whoever has the knowledge, to make sure people do not eat the food from there?
Yeah.
And advise the family, please do not cook until the place is clean?
Yeah.
Now, they've already ate their regular meals. So there's a process for them too, to get, not pull a demon out, but to purify the system. Okay? So let's go a little bit further now. So you have the souls. Now, some people say, okay, well, it wouldn't be too bad. Yeah, they might be around. They don't hurt nobody. You know, some people do say that.
Yeah, yeah.
But what they don't understand, and I want to re-emphasize that point today, is that when a soul departs and you're in the astral form and they stay here on the earthly plane, they are remaining in the astral form. After up to 5 years, actually it's 4.5 years, their energy is all right. But once they cross that 4.5 year and cross 5, their energy starts to turn into a negative. So now there's going to be some effects on the family who lives there. Some of the things the families are going to try to get accomplished. Why? The energy is negative now. The same as when we talked about when people get cremated.
Yeah.
Right? Do not keep the ashes in the home.
Yes.
Why is that, Pundit?
Because it has come, it is supposed to be disposed of. And when you keep in the ashes in the house, it's like you keep in part of what you should have disposed of. And that is not given the full or the whole of it. And by disposing of the whole of it, or the entire amount of ashes, you free yourself, you gain a freedom. The more things you have to put, even articles, if you take, the more articles you have to take, you have to find a space for it, and there's more obstruction in the process of going to do anything. So once there is something that is supposed to be disposed of, why are you keeping it to cause more obstacles into your house and into your mind too? The mind will be disturbed as one. The space to put everything, that is the next thing. And you also have, you have tied the soul to that which you have put there. And then the next thing, it plays on the mind. How it plays on the mind? Because you have a connection still, and you're not giving the soul to have the freedom to go to the place that it's supposed to go, because you are showing emotions, and those emotions keep the soul. Remember, every action gives you opposite and equal reaction. So if you are having emotional thoughts all this time, and you want to keep this is my ma own, or this is my daddy own, or this is my brother own, or this is my son own, I want to keep this. You having a place in which you are not giving yourself a freedom, neither are you giving the soul to go a freedom.
So you mentioned one word that caught my attention. You've tied the soul.
Yeah.
Right. So let's go over that. Technically, the ashes has nothing to do with the soul.
Okay.
Think about it. That's the vehicle. That's the vehicle that housed it.
Yes.
Right? So that is technically not your relative anymore.
Yeah.
It's the waste.
Yes.
of the person.
Yeah.
So why would you want to keep the waste? I hate to say waste, but it's ashes. Or if they buried them in the backyard. Centuries ago, that's what they did.
Yeah.
They had them on the same property, right? All I'm trying to say, that is not your relative. Your relative has gone beyond.
Yeah.
But you stated if the soul or if the ashes, if they're cremated, are not disposed properly, it could tie the soul to the earthly plane, correct?
Yeah.
So everybody, I want you to think of what we're trying to say. I know there's people out there watching right now that still has the ashes in their home, right? Now let's move on a little more. How do you dispose or disperse a soul that is earthbound off the premises? The reason I'm asking that, it's a total separate process than getting rid of demons.
Yeah.
They do not go to the same place. So this is what I want people to understand. So there is a process. Now, we've had people come from France, Australia, Germany, Canada, US, to send off the soul of their loved one that was here.
Yeah.
Right? And they were like, but this ain't like the movies. And I said, what do you mean? And they said, this was very pleasant. I said, because they don't go to the same place.
Yeah.
They do not react like a negative soul or a negative being trying to get pushed out of here, you know? So here comes my next question. So remember, everybody, it's a total separate process. And when you do this process, Pundit, the family members will be standing there. There are certain mantras where you are bringing that soul in front of them. When you do, you as the leader have to back off. Everybody back off. And this, you give them only 2 minutes. And that 2 minutes, they feel the actual person in front of them. That's a closure time.
Okay.
Is there something you need to say? You understand?
Yeah.
And then exactly at 2 minutes, then you come up and dismiss and send them on their way. So that part is that. Let's go into demonic. Okay? So let's go back to the spiritual leaders who went, let's say, a Baptist bishop.
Okay.
He'd go into a home, they're going to do a Thanksgiving because they do the big Thanksgivings. I've been to quite a few. Very nice. And what if he feels, there's something here. Okay? So let's say he postpones it. Okay? Or a pundit. And they postpone the event to do the proper procedure and get the place clean. Right? So here's my next question. If a pundit does a puja, what is meant for the puja to do against the negativity? Is it to cast the entity outside, away from the property? Or what is that puja meant to do?
I think in that case it is only meant for the satisfaction of the people, but it is not going to be of any use to the people itself, neither to the pandit, because the negativity will absorb the energies of that, and it will not bring fruit for them.
So again,
So it's only like satisfying the mind of the individual, which you contribute into to make their mind satisfied that I have done something, but that doesn't help them.
so in reality, it's not really it could be what they call a temporary fix. It might surpass for 24 to 48 hours, but that entity's still going to be there.
Yeah.
Either way, right? So, and then let's go to the Christian side. So some pastors will actually drive out a being, or they say it's a demonic being, out of a person inside of the church. And they have the congregation
Yeah.
witnessing, right? First of all, that's against all the rules. The only people that should be present is the spiritual leader. He might have a couple people there to assist. And either the parents or one parent have to be there to witness, to make sure, their child's not being tortured or abused or whatever. So what I'm trying to say, we have done, Pundit, over 600 cases. It's not in the thousands, over 600 cases of people who came with a possession and they stated they were fine until they witnessed an execution, or not execution, but the exorcism in a church.
Okay.
What were they even doing there? First of all, what they do is cast out. Cast out means in
Put
the
it
name
somewhere else.
correct.
Yeah.
So it's coming out of that person's body
Yeah.
to somewhere else. So in reality, that's useless.
Yeah, because it could come back.
It could come back,
Or it could
or
go to somebody else.
in these 600 people,
Yeah.
now it wasn't all at once. These were like one here, one there, one here. But it jumped from that person into somebody in the crowd.
Whoever is the weaker one.
Correct. And then it usually takes up to 2 weeks for the symptoms to start to show, which we went over in the last program, some of the symptoms to look for.
Yeah.
And I even want to do more, but we're going to be short on time. So the question is, or the statement should be, do not do pujas. Do not do offerings like that. If you do have something on your property, you could light your diya, you could do jap, and offer your flower. You could do that as a minimum. Now, some people, Pundit, they ask me, okay, so Howard and puja, what about throwing gel?
That is also,
It's an offering.
yeah.
And I told them, you do not until the place is clean. And don't you think Baba and Ma and them, understand why you've stopped the howling and the puja?
They would. Because
they understand that.
They know everything.
Right. So now, let's go to the heavier ones. Okay? The heavier ones, some people say, but my property's tied. How can the demonic beings come in? So, Pandit, do you have an idea on if your place is tied?
They could think it is tied, and it is bound to be tied.
And there's a colleague we had on other shows where they said they pull a string around to tie the property. That's not tied. Okay? You can seal a place, not tie.
Yeah.
Which is even better. Right? But Pandit, there are 4 types of demons. 4. They're rare. So it's not a common thing.
Okay.
But there are 4 types. They will walk right over that. They will go anywhere they want to go.
It's kind of like the one that grabbed the holy water and drink it and spit it back in the guy's
Correct.
face.
But that was a possession.
Yeah.
What I'm talking about is a demonic being that is in your premises, causing total havoc. Okay? Now, Pandit, when these are happening, it's not, okay, somebody's arguing, jobs aren't coming in, XYZ. Yeah, these are signs and symptoms. But that's signs and symptoms of multiple things. You could be spiritually tied and not be able to get a job, family breaking up, argument, everything going on. You can't sell land. This is where knowledge and training comes in, where you can decipher between negative energies or was this purposely done? Are you spiritually tied? Then you have single tie, double tie, triple tie.
Okay.
So there's so many different categories. But let's go back to the rare demonic beings. So even a trained person, maybe not a lot of years of experience, but a trained person, you should never go into a place that has one of them. You can feel it from the road, Pandit, if you're trained. Okay? Never go in by yourself. There's always a 2-person rule.
Okay.
One person will be behind where the other person leads. We've had cases where some of my people I trained said, I'm going on in.
Okay.
And when they went in, they get into the middle of the room, going into the next room, and they can't move. That thing froze them right there in spot, right in place. And when I walked in, I said, don't think you know it all. And I left him there frozen. I went in to check the place, come back out, ungrounded him, and brought him back out. So what I'm trying to say, there are precautions you have to take.
Yeah.
2-person. If you go in by yourself, what would he have done? No, think about it.
Yeah.
He would have really been in trouble. Okay? And they can really do stuff to you. All right? So there are techniques that you learn. 1, to protect yourself. 2, protect the people that you're with. 3, to put certain things in place temporary to help protect the family that is living there. Okay? So this whole thing gets a lot more complicated than just going in and cleaning the house.
Yeah.
All right? Now, then we have a lot of people that they go and they bring the Shakti to take out. Well, first of all, we've went over this how many shows? Most people that get the Shakti are not manifesting 100%. Okay? It's a formula. Yeah. Some people might be 60-40, some might be 80-20. Those are the good ones, right? But in order to fight a demon, especially the heavy ones, you got to be 100%. Why? Do you know there's been 2 people lost that I know of so far? That when a person starts to manifest, that surge of energy that comes in, there is a half a second. That's all the person knows. If they manifest 100%, they remember nothing. They hear nothing. The person that's manifesting. All right? And they don't speak English. And they don't jari with a neem. Okay? These are things to look out for when they go out there.
Yeah.
Right? So now, they don't roll on the ground. They don't pound the ground. When you go 100%, they're coming so solid. And when they walk the ground starts to vibrate. That's how much power that's coming. That's what you need for the big ones. Unless you know how to harness the energy and throw it yourself. Okay? This is where, Pundit, the training
is important.
It's very important.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not just to take out the demons. But, all right, let me give you another scenario. Let's say somebody went and the big demon's saying, okay, this guy don't know nothing. Let me just lay low. Right?
Yeah.
Sometimes they play dead. Okay? And then the big one says, let me go with him. Let me follow him home instead of staying here. Now, what have you just done, not knowing the safety procedures, the precautions? You're taking that home to your family. No, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So these are things, and I'm trying to plead to the public that if you're a spiritual leader and you really care about your own people, call us. We will arrange privately a class to where everybody can learn spiritual leaders. It's not a disgrace, and it doesn't show that you're weak by coming to get some knowledge about this subject. Okay? So all you have to do is call the numbers down at the bottom of the screen, email, WhatsApp, whatever, Pundit. If they call you, then you'll call, we'll arrange and get the people. You know, some of the classes I'm doing now, I've got pundits. But they're with normal people. And you know what? Those normal people are looking up to the pundits. Why? They're trying to broaden their knowledge. So now them pundits are actually looking great to the public.
Yeah.
Okay? Because they're trying to better themselves, and also they're getting knowledge for those who don't have the knowledge. And they can start answering questions. But do you have any questions so far?
There are many questions that will haunt in mind. And when we look at this to see what is being told and what is being explained so far, you tend to wonder how much out of what is being done is really helpful and beneficial for the people as well as for the person who is doing for the people. You see that there are lots of awareness that has to come to us to sense those things, and the procedures in which to take care of the problem, that's the only way will be helpful for the people.
So let me give you an example. There's other things that really hinder people. Not a lot of people. But these people who do, some people call it obia,
Okay.
or black magic. We also found this week a trip line.
Okay.
So now trip line, let me explain that. If you can't sense, you're not going to help these people. A trip line is a line that is spiritually done, normally at the gate of the premises that you're entering, or in between the gate and
the
where the
house.
people walk
Okay.
into the house.
Okay.
And that trip line is set to actually hurt, maim, and sometimes, very rare, kill. But normally it's to maim somebody, right? An individual. So the rest of the family can cross over it. But that one that it's meant for,
Yeah, they wouldn't be able to.
they're having a problem.
Yeah.
So they're wondering, why is my foot not healing? Why is this cut not healing? Whatever the doctors do, all of this going on. Why? Because as soon as you cross over that, it hits you again. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So those have to be specially removed. You can't do that with a puja.
No.
Okay? So what I'm trying to get out there, everybody, is if you don't know, it doesn't hurt to learn. Just like everything else that you guys learn when you become a pundit.
Yeah.
What if they didn't learn how to do prayers?
They couldn't do it.
Exactly. The same thing with negativity, right? And remember the last program, I was going to show the video.
Yeah.
I've been advised that maybe that's too extreme,
Yeah.
okay? And that when the people come to the class, then I'll show them the full thing on what is the procedure, what do you do, this is what can happen, okay?
Yeah.
And like we said before, even during the procedure, if you're doing an exorcism, one, you never restrain. You never tie them. Okay? What does that do, Pundit, when you have to tie one?
It shows your weakness.
Weakness? And could it be fear too?
Yeah. And then not only that, it makes them try to put more energy to attack.
It raises them. It heightens them. And that's what they want. Then you cannot be fooled. There are five stages, but in the churches and everything, they talk about 4 stages during an exorcism, right? And there's one stage, Pundit, and it's normally right in the middle of an exorcism, where they play dead. So everybody thinks it worked. The person's fine. What you are starting to enter into,
Yes. Full
if
of
you have the
energy.
knowledge, is what they call the breaking point. That's where it becomes real dangerous. Okay? So the beginning is just formality. Now, again, you cannot take them out in English. They're going to look at you like, what baby talk are you talking? Because English is a half language. We talked about that. It's got 26 letters to the alphabet.
Yeah.
How much does Sanskrit have?
It has more than 49.
Correct.
Yeah.
So does Sumerian. Now, there are old, ancient Hebrew that will work. And there is old Latin that will work besides Sumerian, Sanskrit, and Egyptian. Egyptian has their code, their process, right?
Yeah.
And it's very good. Okay? But English, nah. You might as well go down to McDonald's and get them a chicken burger or something, you know, because it's not going to do anything. Okay? So those that you see do it, it's not going to help. Okay? You got to do the ancient Latin. Greek also has some teachings in this. Every culture has had this problem. And they try their best to work it out the best they know. But there are specialists that are trained to do this. And this is where the networking here in Trinidad will become valuable.
Yeah, very important.
Yeah, whether it's a Baptist or a Muslim or whatever, we can work together as a team to get rid of the negativity. But the demons love it, Pundit. They love it when people will not come to study. They try to say they don't exist. They're actually fearful themselves of entering into this lane or direction of duty. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So don't you think the demonic and the negativity would enjoy that? Because it's less resistance.
Yeah, they have more power and control over everything.
Correct. So everyone, I want to say thank you for viewing the program today. If you are experiencing things from this show and the last show that we gave you, please give us a call. Or, if you want, go to your pundit first. I always say go to your pundit first. Give him that chance.
Yeah.
And if he does not have the knowledge, then maybe that pundit will work with us and come to a great solution and get it done. But it's about coming together, conquering. Just like people want crime out of the country.
Yeah.
But the only way to do that, pundit, is to come together.
Yeah.
With the government, with the different divisions in law enforcement, and you'll start knocking down the crime.
As a team, you'll work better.
Correct.
Yeah.
But Pundit, thank you for coming. And again, we want to thank Sankhya TV for allowing us to air the program. And everyone, I want you to have a productive week, safe, and help humanity in some way or another. And again, Sitaram.
Find the pathways that are predestined for you with Master Eric. See the world with a different lens to discover the immense potential within yourself. The time to take charge of your destiny is now. Join Master Eric and Pundit Maharaj for the Untold Truths, Sundays at 5 p.m. on Sankhya TV. Are you ready to begin your journey to spiritual freedom?